Oh, all right.
Please, thanks for allowing us to let me know how it's going there. Yeah. I'm a child and adolescent psychiatrist. My focus has been on looking at novel treatments for autism or novel ways to determine which treatments work for which kids. So how's things been going in terms of behavior?
One day the teacher called me and she said, he's really out of control, you need to come and get him. So he will hit teachers and he'll do something at home also, which is like that. Suddenly, like, he's a different person. He's actually not at all aggressive on other days. So those days that I thought I would take your advice on if there's something maybe in terms of a sedative, it just kind of at least takes the edge off if he's being injurious.
When people come to see me, they're coming having tried everything else. They've tried behavioral treatments, the school's exasperated, they're exasperated. And so they want to talk about the pros and cons of trying a medication.
Hey, me.
I think then it's a matter of trying to define the symptom that they're hoping could get better. Usually there's more than one, but I think of 5 primary symptoms: distractible inattention, impulsivity, compulsivity, hyperarousal, cognitive disorganization. It helps to have parents engaged in not just saying, is their autism better today? It's, how about their irritability? How would you rate that on a 10-point scale?
Some days he's much calmer, and if he has structure and everything, we have like almost like regular days. So maybe that's too loud. Mommy's talking.
So you say he has some good days, then he has...
Because I needed to take a break.
Sorry, don't.
One.
Are you feeling a little nervous?
No.
Then?
Just don't tell me how I'm feeling.
Okay.
So the 2 drugs that have been approved by the FDA for treating irritability and autism are risperidone and aripiprazole. Those are the generic names. The trade names are Risperdal and Abilify.
So, is there like, when they get on all these like meds and all that, is there like an exit strategy at some point?
Yeah, I do find that a lot of the kids grow out of the need for it as they get into adolescence further. Not all of them. But we're hopeful for him.
He used to benefit more, I think, like until now he has it every day. So he still has days which don't go well, and he's still having all these medicines, yet he still has the bad days. So then you kind of start to wonder.
It just seems like it would be good if we could lose those few bad days. Children, and especially with children with autism, we tend to start at a low dose and work our way up slowly. Children with developmental disorders are much more likely to get side effects from medications.
We got pictures of him from 3 years ago where he was easily 70 pounds lighter. He could do rides at amusement parks still. I mean, just wham, something happened.
It increases the risk for type 2 diabetes, so those aren't insignificant concerns. There's a very rare side effect called tardive dyskinesia, where people can develop a movement disorder that's a kind of writhing, the jaws and lips smacking, and there's the potential that they could be lifelong movement disorders. So
I give him the last Risperidol, and I just kind of watch him for after 2 days. The signs you'll start to see is the anxiety, not the aggression, it's the anxiety. He'll start to do a lot of finger biting and a lot of knuckle biting and some of the outbursting and spitting.
it's a matter of saying, for some of them we can know in as soon as a few days, for some it might be as much as a month, but we'll know whether the medicine's going to make a difference. Then weigh the risks, benefits. Then say, if he's made this much improvement, if that med has made that much improvement, I can't deny my child that or me that. Or you can say, the side effects are unacceptable to me. I'm not going to do that anymore.
He was pinching everybody. He was starting to grab my hair in the car.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't put him on medications.
And the Risperidol stopped it like that. Risperidol was only liquid, yeah. And he did 10 cc's twice a day.
10 cc twice
Always
a day.
twice a day. They just kept changing the dosage. They tried upping the dosage, and it actually made him worse.
Often children with autism, especially if you go up on the dose very fast, can become more anxious, can become unglued.
The 10-day mark. He'd go for 10 days, crash. Then we changed the dosage.
Yeah.
10 days, bam, crash. So I think we kind of followed that same pattern. As soon as you would change the dosage, It worked until his body got used to it and it quit working.
Sometimes parents come and say, I don't want to do meds now. I say, that's great. You know, I'm not pushing you to do meds now.
That was the one agreement Carl and I are on. Less medication, less is more.
Yeah, I think he's on such a low dose, let's not worry about that for a while.
Okay.
Let's just make sure he gets stable and does well and gets into his school. If he's still doing well, then start dropping the delivery slowly over time.
Okay.
And I'm not even saying that you need to think of using meds is a commitment for a lifetime or for a few years. As we're beginning to think about nutritional kinds of interventions or what have sometimes been called biomedical interventions, how do we push back against the process that we understand increasingly as a gene-environment interaction to help the body, not necessarily using big gun medications, some of which we don't know enough about to know are they fully effective, but we know enough about to know are they safe. For most, I wind up at least suggesting that they consider melatonin. Studies have indicated about 50% of kids with autism, maybe a little more, who have sleep problems benefit from melatonin. So have you tried melatonin before for sleep?
No, what is that?
You can buy it at the store, at the health food store. It's
If it's from the health food store, I'll do it.
all right,
Yeah.
it's from the health food
Yeah.
store. And then it doesn't work as well at sleeping all the way through the night, but it'll help him fall asleep.
But once he falls asleep, he's out.
Yeah.
There's no waking this kid up. Once he's out, he's out.
I think parents want to do everything they can to help their child. Leave no stone unturned, keep an open mind, and for me, that's been my motto.
Nicholas just kind of proves that not everyone with autism falls into the same pattern. You always have those one or two, and even his teacher will tell you that. Nicholas does not follow the
Nick,
norm.
put
If
the bottle
it's
down.
something to be tweaked
Thank
or
you.
some way to be reversed, it's Nick that's going to do it.
In autism, you know, you've heard this saying, you've seen one child with autism, you've seen one child with autism. Working with a doctor who knows what they're doing, and I think that's a really important part. Someone who can monitor those side effects and can make sure they're okay. I think parents and doctors together can help make a good decision about when to use medications or not.